Hi, hello, my lovely, and today there will be Q&A and I will be answering those questions. But I would like to start from announcement. When you will be thinking about making erotic photography, creating adult content, I would like to tell you how I felt, okay, when I was making all these photo shoots. Okay, the thing is that in the creator's mind, or in how to say exciting mind, probably you will have a lot of ideas, okay, to make, and then you will have a very high standards to reach those ideas and to reach those goals that you have in your mind. I would like to start from the beginning. Okay, first of all, the first pancake is always ruined. Okay, it is the rule like this, okay, that the more you make the pancakes, the better they will get. Okay, so I don't want you to be harsh on yourself. Seriously, I don't. I would like you to understand and see my faults because I am a human, okay, like you are. And I have not become, how to say, amazing and great straight away. Yes, I shot my first shoot and it was surprisingly really good and stuff. But just because I have a talent doesn't mean that on the way I didn't do many mistakes, and doesn't mean that I acknowledge that I have a talent. I was always competing, not even how to say, at the start I was competing with another creators and another artists and photographers, but at the same time I was always competing with myself. I was never good enough for myself. Okay, and that is my biggest challenge I had to overcome. And it's not even how to say that the wall has not been taken down completely. Okay, the reason why, because in the childhood, okay, I was never enough. Okay, there was always someone else is better, someone else's child is more talented. No matter how much I would try, no matter what I would do, I would, and with the trying you would do a lot of mistakes, right? So I end up fucking up a lot of things, and even making some kind of issues and then being punished for, how to say, imagine if you wanna tidy the kitchen or something, you put a kettle on, you forgot that you're, making tea for your family or something because you're tidying the kitchen and you want to do something else and then you burn the kettle, or something. And that's constantly those things were happening to me, not only because there are some issues, why this happening, and there are a lot of how to say personality issues, or the issues with psychological problems and stuff. There is a lot of conditions related to this, and as a child you are not aware of those conditions, right? Why you are like that, why you may be shy, why you may be, how to say, having all those thoughts, why your thoughts are maybe messed up, why you cannot concentrate, why you cannot learn from reading, why you are bad at this. So there are a lot of conditions which we were born into, and they were not diagnosed. Okay, just because people and in general medicine moved on later in life. Okay, so now there is a ADHD, there is a lot of different kind of conditions you talk about and you speak about, and how to say, and about, but before there wasn't. Okay, there wasn't. So that's how children get adjusted to themselves and to their life about themselves. But it doesn't mean that the life on the path that they were going were without the errors. Okay? The reason why it stopped us to experiment, to move on and try new things, because we were always judged. Okay? We were always punished. Okay, we were like, oh, don't do this because this, don't do this because, oh, you will see, this will happen, oh, you will get this and this, and it was how my life was, okay, when I was growing up. So of course it will stop me from many things. Of course everything what I've done, it was forced, it was how to say, the force inside me was stronger than, those beliefs that were put in my head. And I am grateful for this, that I have this force, that I have this craziness in there. Go beyond, cross the limits, cross the barriers, and check what the fuck is going on in there. And that's how I got through my life, year by year, experimenting with myself, experimenting with my clients, pushing, how to say, their limits as well as mine. Okay, that's true. So that's what I'm saying to you. If you understand what is happening with you, or you would think that you want to do this, you want to create, you want to, explore, you want to be an artist, or you want to try, and you're not good enough, guess what? You think that there are so many artists out there who would think that, oh, I'm the best. No, they are quite humble and they're quite simple. And what comes naturally for people, they used to not appreciate. Okay, because it's normal for them. They do not think that this is something like a gift, or they're special, or something, unique about them. Usually they think this is normal. They even not value it. They think it's not worth it. Majority of it. I know so many artists who are absolutely strong and how to say, and gifted, and they would lose themselves, and they will lose that gift, and no one knows about them. Okay, and because no one knows about them, they lose their path and their energy, and the reason why this gift was given to them is that they could cope with it, and then they can translate it and do some work with it. Okay, they can share it with someone, they can share it and admit it with themselves. Okay, they can show to someone and follow their path, the true nature, okay, of the artist, of the creator. Okay, because creator is the greatest power. Okay, it is. If you go and step into your zone, you can create not only the things surrounding around you, but you can create things for the other people. Okay, and for the future, for the best future. And that is amazing when you think from that perspective. Okay, I'm not just saying that, now everyone is talented. Well, you know what? There are so many people who are better in marketing and better in business and worse in talent. Okay? But that also a certain skill. And they also experts at something. Okay? And this combined makes them better. Okay? Not I'm meaning better as an artist, but better representing themselves, showing themselves, open up, okay, connecting with their client, with their auditorium, connecting with, how to say, vulnerable people, doing something with their life. Okay, I have seen so many singers so much, how to say, talented and not achieve anything, and some of them just, how to say, getting popular songs and having some kind of mediocre voice and achieving more in life. Okay, so this video I want to start from the point that you need to become a creator. You don't need to be a Van Gogh, or Da Vinci, or Salvador Dali. You don't need to be that, okay? You need to go on your adventure, okay? And you need to open your doors for yourself. And you need to step out of that comfort zone and move on. Go ahead. And I can tell you the reason why I'm relating this through my medium, okay, through my personality, through my experience, through my childhood, that you would see that I am not perfect, okay? I am not. I am wired to do the mistakes, and I am actually wired and starting not to be afraid to experiment and do even more, because that's the feeling of this life consists with this, okay? With this adventure. And adventure, it means everywhere. And if we go into sexuality, we know how limited is life when you meet the partner and you stop discovering. Okay, you go into routine, you become busy with the mortgage, you become busy with the job, you become busy with kids, and you stop being the human being, okay, developing yourself. Okay, so photography helped me a lot. Helped me a lot. Helped me to see myself in a different way. That's what I always do for my clients, okay? And then it helped me to tell you those things, okay? To open my closed, okay? I am introvert. I am not open. Excuse me. I am not. But I know that my goal, my aim, and my purpose in life is to bring people onto a certain path. Okay? I know that. And they all coming, gathering, and they opening up towards me, and they want what they want. Of course, they want better. Okay? We don't want to change into worse. Yeah? They want a better sex. They want a better acceptance. They want a better respect about themselves and for themselves. How they will get that respect from someone else or from anyone around them is when they start respecting themselves, that they're worthy, that they can do something with their life. And how they can start doing by experimenting and creating things. Feeling that power about themselves, that they can do something. Okay, so I've prepared some slides. It was a very quick, how to say, introduction. And the first time when I did it, I just ran through it. Okay, I just ran as a storm because there was too many of them and I couldn't go in depth and explain. And that's why I want to do this right now, because I want to tell more why I add this and why I made this. And of course, I chose an art gallery presentation because this is my dream. I want those cock, pussies, boobs, and whatever stuff I photographs being enlarged in the big, large format, wall art, not prints. I want it digital, you know? I don't want prints anymore, okay? Because there is, how to say, when you're digital light presentation, there is a different vibe there. It's more new style and contemporary. Okay, so now when I can understand what I like, okay, before I was thinking prints, but it didn't settle inside me, you know, and I will start thinking and looking what kind of prints, because there are so many prints. Okay, there are fine art prints which are more expensive than doing it on the larger, how to say, like when you booking online an album, it's volume, yeah, printing, and it's not a quality print. And there are print houses which will make you quality prints, but then you would need to do special things for it, you know. You need to solve proof for the certain paper, you know, the pictures, every image. So that's another, how to say, thing what you need to add for yourself if you are a professional photographer and then you're giving prints for printing. There is another function that you need to learn, okay? And I know the print houses which make amazing glitch prints, and I like metallic, you know? I like metallic because metallic paper is just wow. Okay, for art, it's amazing. Okay, so moving on. What I wanted to start with is that we all must understand that without the error, without the acceptance of doing a mistake, not being scared to do the like a faulty action, okay, not to be, how to say, judgmental for yourself. Understand that every human has to go through the stage when they're evolving, growing, and learning. Okay, and if you're starting adult photography, that's exactly where you're gonna be. First, you will be overwhelmed. Okay, that's how I stayed for many years in this state and condition. Because when you are overwhelmed, there is so many things you need to understand, so many things you need to how to say digest, right? That it was crazy. That's why I started my course not from learning settings, not from learning writing, not from learning even business things, right? Not from learning, image styling or design, or how to say any other. I am teaching the simple thing which is most important, I think, is a contact and connection and understanding your client. Okay, because when you in a business environment, that's all it matters, to be fair. Yes, the other things come automatically and they have to be learned, and you will understand this. Okay, but all those things no matter. Okay, if you have no connection and do not understand your client. If your client cannot relax and open up to you and cross the legs so that you can get and take a great picture, doesn't matter what is the background behind the client, doesn't matter what kind of lighting you have, and doesn't matter what kind of settings you have. Okay, the person would not like the picture because he had no connection with you. You understand? So that's why I am talking about people, clients, models, situations that you would feel, because your brain doesn't have to be in the studio, okay, to understand the feeling of the photo shoot. It is enough to imagine and visualize it through my eyes and through my experience, to have a feel of it. That if there will be happening and you will set up the project and you will set up the steps and you will have the plan for a photo shoot, that it will develop and it will be familiar, okay, to your skin, to your brain, to your body. It will be familiar how you should feel, how your client should make you feel, what you should do with that person, and so on and so on. So I hope you understand. The first thing that you need to cross is your boundaries and your limitations, and allow yourself to be a creator. And don't punish yourself and don't judge yourself for being wrong. Okay? In the previous video, I told you I did many mistakes and I wasn't right. And I didn't know how to figure it out that way. I could have taken, how to say, different ways, right? But at that time, there was that decision, and it is my mistake, and and then I can share it with you. Okay, I can share it with you. No matter how much you would try to be professional, you have to give yourself a permission to be wrong. Okay, and then learn from that mistake, and then go to another and make sure that you're not gonna do it again. Okay, so that's how it goes. So first, don't think that anyone is better than you, okay? Because no one is going through your experience and you do not go through their experience, and don't even think to compare anyone. Once I was watching the video of the photographer, and I think Sue Bryce, and she was saying, I don't understand why the photographers are so upset of watching what the others doing and then comparing with them. Why they are comparing with them? What they want to show them, okay? Because she said the other photographer will never become your client. Why are you so obsessed and concentrate on that? And that's true, okay? That's true. So if you're looking to improve yourself, you look inside yourself, okay? You start work with yourself and you start experimenting with yourself. Don't look at what some other people are doing, okay? And no need to how to say to copy them. Find your way which you happy and you comfortable with, and Don't strive to be who you cannot be. It is very obvious. Okay, when you're selling not your work, it is obvious. When you're showing, it's not, it is obvious. I've been in this place, okay? That's how I made my website, to be fair, you know. I looked at the other websites and I wanted to make a mix of what is out there, and none of the websites till I made my own myself, Julia Winter Studio, were me. Okay? And I can tell you what happened. Do you want to know? So that you can relate and then you can understand what is the problem. All those years when I was looking at other people's website and making impression, okay, of course I never copied them directly, okay, but I copied their maybe vibe, or I copied their maybe approach, or I copied some of them things that they say, you know, and those people who coming at my door were not my clients. Okay, and I wasn't happy with this, and I was thinking, what the fuck is going on? Why are these people, how I can attract? The only thing what was mine, to be fair, was the photography. Okay, and there were my clients, and I was pretty sure convinced they didn't read anything in there. They just looked at the pictures, and that's how they, you know, send the inquiry. But in general, my website was written by developer or by designer who I show few websites, and then he would order some text from the writing person who does this job, and then it was mediocre, like, you know, mix of this. It wasn't my saying, it wasn't my context, it wasn't my vibe, it wasn't anything in there wasn't me, and I never liked it. Okay, any website I would make, I hate it later, and I couldn't understand what is wrong. Okay, first, when you don't know yourself very well, or you cannot express yourself very well, that's my probably the biggest mistake, was because the creator is not a presenter. Okay, that was my probably the thing that I need to learn, is I need to understand how to present my artwork, and I still figuring this out at this very moment. I am actually learning this, and I am on the course for this specific thing, which I mentioned you in the last video, that I'm studying now. Again, I just finished one business course, now I'm on, you know, branding course. Okay? And I understand that all these things come together. It's very hard to pull. It's one thing when you press the shutter button, okay? When you speak and convince your model to do certain things, performances or shows or whatever, you know, expressions for you, it's one thing. The other thing is to go and represent this, and represent this with the confidence, with the energy, with the vibe, like I'm speaking right now to you. Do you know that none of my website in the previous years didn't have not only the language that I express and I say, but it didn't have even my identity. Like, there is no picture of me. There was. Now it is. Okay, now I add this and they linked and whatever. But I can say I was embarrassed myself that I'm creating this artwork till I stopped. Till I figured it out that it's enough. Enough is enough. I thought, oh my gosh, how long I will be scared and embarrassed of the thing that I'm actually supposed to be proud of? That I'm different, that I'm making it in every way, that I am actually making a difference, and I am showing quite significant results in this field using photography as a camera, as a therapeutic tool. Seriously, I did so many things, you will be surprised. There was one lady who came to me, I don't know, maybe I started portrait photography, right? And then I realized that there is a phototherapy, and I contacted this lady about the phototherapy, and she wanted to teach me. She is from Canada, and she is the one who's discovered, this phototherapy thing. Or maybe it's not I contacted. No, she found me, I think. She found me because I started posting these blogs. And oh, yes, yes, that was the story. I started posting the blogs speaking about my phototherapy. And she said, well, you should be going on my course and learning it the way I do it, because around the world, everywhere is phototherapy and it's under my name. And who the fuck you are, doing it the way you do it. And I said, well, in Lithuania, there is no phototherapy, and I'm from Lithuania. I even didn't know about this. I said, I Googled that you are, but I'm doing a totally different thing. What you want from me? Okay, and I said, and I'm not gonna even read this on purpose, because if I read it, then automatically I will be cheating in my invention, just because my brain will accept that information and will digest it, and then your therapy will become mine, and I don't want this. And then she started going after me, and then she made a phototherapy in Lithuania. My God, this is a horrible story. Unpleasant old woman, but she didn't get any results. Okay. And I'm talking about results. So imagine there is a lady, she has this during the photo shoot complaint that she cannot get pregnant with her second child. Her daughter was 8 years old, and they, with the partner, cannot get pregnant. Okay. And there is a different kind of methods when you can get pregnant with help. Okay, and I know about them. Okay, and she was considering this, and I said, let's do a different photo shoot. Let's pretend and take a picture that you are pregnant. Okay, and at that moment was very natural, and I was telling her to push out her tummy, and we took maternity photo shoot, although she wasn't pregnant, but we took it in the way that she looked quite heavily pregnant. Okay, and she hated the pictures. She hated the pictures so much that gave her a very big impact, and I was even scared, because she looked very heavily pregnant. Okay, she could blow out, and we dressed her, in a certain way. This pregnancy shoot, you make this bow like that, you make this tummy big, like that, and I just made her like this, and we made this photo shoot. Okay, she was unhappy. And then after 2 months, she rang me and she said that she is expecting a child. And for me, it was a revelation, because I realized that, when you're doing this, when you go to the clinic, right? And when you there is a very, I think 40%, okay, of couples who conceive the child after they get admitted and confirmed by the OV date, so they psychologically will get like, this block psychologically moves away from your path. And there are a lot of couples before that day that they had to go to the clinic, they actually get pregnant. Okay, so it is a very big psychological moment in there, right? And so I've tested it, and it did work. Okay, it did work. I even published this in a newspaper. Okay, in the newspaper, I did. This was happened many years ago. But that's how I went into phototherapy. And I just wanted to prove to this lady, okay, that the things what I do are more daring and more experimental. And she is not even a photographer. She doesn't understand how to create those illusions and how to go into to man. She's like a healthcare therapist who created this in America. She spread it in America. She was born in Canada, but it's like families improving their relationship. Okay, the reason why I'm telling you this is because you would understand that photography is going to help you. Okay, it will improve your life. Erotic photography improve your relationship with yourself, and erotic photography improve the relationship with someone else, which you will have this relationship. Because when you learn it, you would not believe this. You will use this skill. You will understand how to present yourself. Okay, you will understand when it is the best timing. Okay, and you will realize how beneficial to have this knowledge. To take a picture of your partner, to take a picture of yourself, and send to the partner, or to help your friend or whatever, right? Or make a income on the side. Okay, so just to finish this introduction, which is short but half an hour, I want to go quickly and jump on these slides. Okay, so when you will thinking where to start, okay, don't think of anything. Okay, just don't think of anything. Just put 3 ideas on the paper, and then just choose one. Seriously, don't make a very big deal of it. Like I said, nothing is going to be perfect at the start, and if there will be, great. Okay, but don't put higher expectations. You're not marrying anyone, you're not like, this is not going to be examination or biggest test in your life. Just relax and feel easy about this, because all these, how to say you expecting or putting pressure on yourself, it's all stopping and blocking your creativity. Okay, it's just not gonna get you anywhere really far. Okay, so just where to start is nowhere. Just start. Okay, just start from the 3 simple ideas. If you have no ideas, Google it. There is a lot of visuals out there. You just Google what you like and try to create it. That's your idea. That's how you start it. Finito la commedia. Okay, don't make, seriously crazy things about this. Okay, so here, this is another story, very strong story, which I would like to go back to. How I do it, I can tell you how I do it. I do it from my heart and from my experience. Okay, but experience is based not on me, okay, but based on relation with the client. And that's why every vibe, every conversation, every analysis and anamnesis what I take from the client, it affects my work. And that is why every shoot what I create is different. Okay, so that is how my experience. I spoke with a lot of clients. Okay, when you speak with thousands of clients, then you understand what it is. And now for you, it is hard to imagine what the experience is. Okay, let's go. Okay, definition. Okay, how you will do it with the client, with the model. You will assess the look and you take a presumption. Okay, and then you be brave and advise few changes. Okay, what you would think, how you can enhance. Okay, what I do at that moment is I evaluate what are the problems person having. Okay, is it the problem showing the face? Is it the problem that's showing some parts of the body? Is it the problem that the person doesn't know how to pose? Is it the problem that the person scared to undress? Okay, is it the problem that person doesn't know anywhere, like absolutely have no clue, okay, anything, and you need to take the lead. Okay, so you just evaluate those simple things. Okay, then you will ask, of course, what they want from this photo shoot. Okay, then you make a suggestions. Okay, I usually make a suggestions in terms of fantasy. Okay, I don't mean outfits, I mean fantasy. Okay, any fantasy. Okay, and you go from romantic, from one end, which is soft, okay, into very edgy. Okay, like fetish, choked, ropes, okay, handcuffs, okay, restraints, any like this and that. You will go pain, anything like that. Then you will see the reaction. Okay, what is the person about? Okay, what you can add and how she or yes, that's very important, you know. That's the thing, how they feel around you. You would just need to switch on your senses, you know, the sixth sense. If you feel that the person not ready to do anything, okay, you need to start all over. Okay, and start from the point like I say, let's do the test. Okay, let's not think about anything, let's not shoot anything yet. Okay, let's do the test and let's see, you know, I want to see which side of your face is photogenic. Would you like to have few portraits? And then you start from the portrait. Okay, and when you show them a very good portrait, okay, and show them that you realize which part is photogenic, this is something what I learned. Okay, it's very simple. Okay, how you can learn a photogenic portraits is by well, that's a Photoshop, but you can do it with the app to understand which part is better for the person. Okay, you just take a close up. Okay, close up headshot like that. Okay, and there is an option when you divide and you, how I was learning, right? I am combining left with left and right with right, okay, and just glue them together. And this is the same person, okay, but this is with the left, left, and right, right. And then I will see on the person and I would judge which one I like. So one is repelling and one is attracting, okay, which one I like. And you see 10, 20, 30 pictures like that and you will understand straight away. Okay, now I don't need it, I see it. But before I was actually confused. Okay, which part is photogenic, which not, because then you would know which angle. Okay, when you're taking a portrait, you will know which angle the head should tilt. Okay, and how it will be. Okay, so that will help. And 5 things to prepare. Oh, I have my thing. Okay, this is a must. Okay, this is a must. And this is a finishing powder. I think you can see it's by Inks. And I always have it for myself. Okay, when I do videos, right? No matter when I did the makeup in the morning, in afternoon, whatever, right? It's my face is shining because I have an oily skin. Majority of people will have mixed skin or oily skin. Okay, and for the guys and for the ladies, this is what I do. It's actually straight away kills, you know, the shyness, because you see I am reflecting the light, right? So that's how it will happen to you if you're not gonna remove this. Yeah, your light will be reflected on the skin, and I don't think that you want that effect. Okay, so making it matte is the first thing what you need to do, thinking about the portrait. Okay, no, seriously, first prepare the face. Okay, portrait, skin, then look at the hair. Okay, I always shoot one way. Okay, so you see, it's one way. And then you see the other way, okay? Maybe not so much successful. But I can tell you, for that person, one way or the other, it will be very much visible. What happens with this experiment for me, that I usually make their hair even better than they came. Okay, so hair is very important, especially when you're shooting the ladies. I even do touch-ups for the guys. I have my gel on my hands and just, you know, form it and tidy a little bit. It looks better. Okay, but for the girls, I definitely do the hair and I move them around. Okay, I always make a volume, because you don't need to have a hairdresser for erotic photo shoot. Not everyone would like to have a makeover and stuff, but I can tell you volume is very important. Okay, so I like messy and I like volume, and I create this type of style. I have a special spray which creates a texture. Okay, now I'm very messy. Now I'm very messy, but I hope you like it. Okay. So that's the minimum preparation, okay? Hair and matte skin, okay? And try one position here and try one position, another position here for a portrait, and it will make a difference, okay? Because, like I say, you can do angles and you can do lighting and you can do background, but you need to start with the subject, with your model, with that person, with his head, okay? People are always learning everything what is around, you know? Oh, photographers ringing me and saying, what kind of a background I should choose and stuff. I just starting this photography and stuff. Don't bother about the background yet, okay? Don't light the background. You don't need the background at your stage, okay? Don't go behind the subject. That's it. Take picture of that person. Okay, make sure that you put an impact, you know, when you talked, when you connect, when you touched, when you did, how to say, like some kind of, I don't know, not, I cannot call it makeover, just moving here, there, and there, but it makes a fucking big difference on the picture. Okay, so you must remember this and do this. Okay, so that's this, and then the technical stuff. Okay, and the technical stuff, I can tell you just at that stage is one thing: save shots. You know, when you go to the studio, these are called save shots. I told you, and I repeat million times, that you know what are the safe shots in the studio. This is when the photographer knows on which settings he's setting up the camera and he's setting up the lights. And he's shooting with the same thing all over again and again and again. That is called safe shots. Okay? And every studio will teach you this. Make your safe shots and then experiment. I don't do this, safe shots, okay? I don't do, because I do not strive to make same pictures to everyone. And I don't think that there are, you know, how to say, there is one lighting for everyone. Yes, I've seen many people shot with one lighting, and that lighting is amazing, great. If they enjoy doing it again and again every day for 10 years, good luck. That's not me. I will kill myself. Okay? I am here to make this unique, and I take time. Okay? I dedicate my time to make that special, unique portrait, because how I feel, because how the person inspire me, and what kind of vibrations I get from that personality on that day. Every day I shoot that person, the pictures get different. That's true, you know, because there are recurring and comeback clients, and I know that every photo shoot they get is different. It's not the same. That's why they're coming back, okay? To grow bigger, to go further, to try new things. Yeah, that's also true, okay? So save shots. You are going to find yourself save shots. What that means is placing the person in the same spot, putting the lights in the same distance to that person, standing on the same marker which you put for yourself, that this is how you stand and this is how you shoot, make that triangle to meet. That's it. Go ahead and experiment. Okay, photography basics, blah, blah, blah. So, where I lost myself. Okay, where I lost myself. This is a big sea for you to swim. Okay. Studio body shots, boudoir, fitness portraits, glamour and escort, and dating photography, artistic nude, explicit, making love scenes, masturbation scenes, penetration scenes, cam shots, and then kicks. And by kings, it's, oh my gosh, there is a lot of things what people can imagine in their fantasy, okay? And I know that you know BDSM and fetish photography. There is like how to say, pin up one of the sexy as well shots. There is cuckold fantasy, threesome fantasies, which I make with hot sexy models. There are sissy, how to say, maid, schoolgirl fantasy. There are so many, like, oh my gosh. You just go into these kind of fetishes and you will see how many fantasies are in there. And they all can be shot in a different way because they have a different vibe, they have a different mood, okay? They do. They have a different presentation, okay? And this is you who are in charge and to make those creations work, okay? Lights. Oh my gosh, lights. So my maybe biggest advice for you and most valuable will be, do not invest into very powerful lights, okay? Because you're not shooting a product photography and because it is very hard to control, okay? The reason why I know it, because I have. It will take ages for you to figure it out and learn, okay? And you still going to erotic photography, and I can tell you this. People like to be in the low light, okay? Yes, I give them one option, which is a completely opposite to a low light option, but you do not need that, okay? The more mature you get, the less light you need, okay? No, seriously. And do not think that if you buy very expensive light, it will, make a very big difference. It will not. Seriously. It will not. So that's the thing what I want to tell you. Light, you can buy, if you're not shooting with the flash and you don't want a headache, buy video lights, buy constant light, buy, how to say, there are many options of the cheap light, just a bulb, okay? And then you will buy 2 or 3 in a set and you can start working out. Buy gels, okay? I love using gels. Okay, you can see my studio is lit up with gels because I love it. I love it how, it reflects on the skin, how different it is. Okay. And because I'm shooting in contemporary way, I'm experimenting. Okay. And that's new. Okay. So that's what I am and that's what I suggest for you. Okay. Now, emotional photography. Ooh, that's a very big topic. Okay, and by saying that, I would just say I kind of created you an options for the client which you can uh, discover during that adventure being an erotic photographer and going to create erotic content, right? And those clients represent certain needs, okay? So some people will really be paranoid about their face and about their identity, okay? About signing up to any kind of contracts, okay? Some people would just want to be photograph body and cut off the faces, okay? Some people will be paranoid about some body imperfections. Why? Because with the age, we go through different changes, weight changes, how to say, maternity things, right? Maybe some operations, maybe some illness. There is so many things that it can, accidents impact you, whatever, right? There are a lot of people who suffering with the body presentation illusion, okay? And the reason why I'm mentioning this, because there are a lot of mature people as well, who thinks that they are in their 50s, 60s and they want to look like, 20 years old, okay? Or they want to represent themselves as a 20-year-old, okay? So there are many of them among young people as well, okay? That they think that, they thinner than they actually are, and that kind of a thing. Okay, body art in old and contemporary style. That's a very free freestyle and free spirit creation. Okay, that is somewhere where I fit myself when I make body art, because you can make it really artistic, okay, and you can make it really sexual, okay, and there will be a very hard to find that edge, okay. It will be limited by your boundaries mainly, okay, and you will see where are your limitations when you're making this art, okay. You will see for yourself who you are and what it means to you, okay. And then uh, and then the post-production, I don't even want to talk about post-production very much on this course, because that's a totally different course, and that's a totally different topic, medium, okay. Yes, it is related to photography. Yes, I can tell you that I am using Lightroom. Okay, I'm using exposure, alien skin, and I'm using a Photoshop. Okay, and so I work with those three programs. Okay, a lot of people just use a Capture One. Okay, a lot of people use I don't know if they are on Apple. There is a aperture in there. Okay, so you can try and play, and it's an endless game. Okay, the person who is winning in Photoshop is the one who exactly knows how the final look should be. So why I spent 5 years in learning editing? Because I am too creative, I am too much distracted, I am very easy, to move away and create, from the cat a car. Okay, that's how I am, and be fascinated about this, and then you need to come back and say, no, 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 that was actually a cat. You don't make the car from there, but that was amazing that I can do it. And and just like, and you're wasting your time on this. Okay, so I've decided with the latest years that I will use less and less editing, because it is absolutely time consuming. Okay, and yes, I can make an absolutely amazing edit, skin edit, and big changes to the images, and I might record one video just to show that I can for you, right? And then I can even give you my, how to say, simply as tips, simply as steps, how to edit the one or the other image on that certain conditions, right? But that's in the later stage when I will feel like it. Okay, so let's going back to emotional photography. Clients in emotional photography section. Okay, so I am always telling people who very scared and nervous to start a photo shoot, and I already mentioned that let's do the test. Not gonna use the pictures, not gonna be caring about the pictures, not gonna take, how to say, home those pictures. Just let's do the test and see how it works, and just try. And people usually, when they know that it's not a, how to say, it's not going to be real, okay, they agree and they go for it. Okay, and that's how you can start. This is the simplest maybe way to fooling them into this. Okay, because at the beginning they will be scared. Okay, so advise and say them that it is going to be a test shoot first. Okay, if you see that they do not want to plan the shoot out with you, start from that. Okay, don't go any deeper, and don't scare people, away. Okay, because that's how it is. Dark places for vanilla. No, dark places for contrast. Uh-huh. So there are people who would like a very contrasty images. Okay, and what that means is you're shooting in a low light and showing less. Okay, the majority of them, you can say that they are discouraged with their body, and so they want to have an experience, but they don't want to see themselves in a picture, and they don't want to appear there. Okay, they want a silhouette, they want a part of their body, they want the light coming out there from somewhere, but they don't want a bright picture like you see me now. It is a bright picture, okay? You can see there is no shadow in there. There is a small little shadow, if you can see, under my chin, but that's very hardly visible, okay? So that's how it is. So when you shoot contrasty pictures, you use very low light, okay? And very, how to say, very small stream, okay? So if the window is a big surface, okay, and it's a big stream coming towards you, right? So you would close the curtains and leave the narrow gap, and that's what I mean, a small stream, okay? So if you practice this in your room, you just close the curtain and ask the client to open the curtain and move around, in front of the light, there and there, and that's how you will get this contrasty light, okay? Okay, soft for vanilla. So vanilla, it means that, there was a lot of soft porn pictures, and I don't mean like porn explicit pictures. They mean soft porn, it's like a yellowish. Oh, I would show you later maybe what that means. It's a little bit yellowish. It's not like real, but yellowish, and it's more like glamourish, light. Okay, so it's related for escort, for dating, for couples. Okay, like, and for some, like, also simple people, they would like something soft. What that gives is it diffuses the light. Okay, if you would think about, let me just show what. Okay, I am now in contrast. Okay, so if you see my face very clearly, you cannot say that this is soft. This is more harsh, because of the light. Okay, it's more harsh. Okay, the warmer I would look, the how to say, the softer you would name this, softer lighting. Okay, creative for experiments. Okay, so creative lighting, I mean mixed lighting. Okay, it means that you can have different kind of lights available in your studio, and then you would light in a different way. For example, now you can see, if I bend myself, you can see that there are different gels. Okay, one light gel, the other light gel, they combine together, they make a third color and stuff. So that is already a creative lighting. Okay, when you mix few things in one, right? There is a purple going with the bluish. Okay, rebel for criminals. I mean harsh light. Okay, I mean harsh light, and that is also bright, strong, and very contrasty. Okay, or absolutely different, very dark, but also very contrasting. Okay, so it's not soft. It's not like, how to say, it's nothing like I am now. If you would think, at this situation, there is a lamp above me, okay, and the light is going in here, and I'm going into that light. And if you imagine this, that's something what is, how to say, uh, something what is strong, okay? That's in my opinion. And I will show you when we go to deeper stages of my course, which is not a course. I will be showing and presenting a lot of slides with my erotic artwork, because that's what we're going to discuss. It's not only you will be looking at me, you will be looking at my work, what I'm doing and how. At this moment, I am experimenting and putting a lot of chit chat out there to prepare you. Okay, to prepare you, and then we will launch in and we will speak about artwork, literally looking at it. Okay, which will be more fun. Yeah. Okay, personal art that I ask everyone to make. It's a personal art, and that means related to every person individually. Okay, influence with the art. That's what I'm calling. You should be influencing with the art, and we will continue, because this is a slide 10 and there is more to go. So see you next time, and love you, kiss you, bye. For now, it's finished. Influence and help.